Hello there, and welcome to our show. My name is Lewis Wieland, and I publish the official relocation guides on Atlanta that are distributed by the First Multiple Listing Service of Atlanta. There are 5 publications, one for each part of different parts of town, and they carry the name of the Chambers of Commerce on the masthead, along with the Multiple Listing Service. The magazines are on the FMLS website, as well as on mine, atlantacommunityprofiles.com, along with a great deal of other information about Atlanta. The magazines are distributed by realtors to home buyers, and we put them in the offices and they distribute them out to those home buyers. They're chock full of information about Atlanta. And on the website, you'll see some radio interviews I've done with some of the leaders in the Atlanta area, mayors, business leaders, and so forth. Basically, the real estate market is very strong. And by the way, I am a realtor as well. I'm with KW Commercial, and my website is lewwieland.com. But the market, I'm sure you all know, is very interesting, to say the least. Prices are up a lot in the last year. The sales are up too, more than you might think. Sales are up 4%, and prices are up 23%. And that is prices of sold homes for detached homes. So we're expecting a continuation of this trend. There's a great need for housing, and we are planning. I think we're looking at a much improved picture for supply going forward. That's one of the reasons that prices have gone up so much. But anyway, every week or so we interview community leaders, and today it's my pleasure to interview R.S. Andrews, a company that I use personally on my rental properties, and they have proven to be extremely reliable, and honest, and do what they say they are going to do. And to that end, we're talking with Andrew Navarrow, who is the service manager. And welcome to the show, Andrew. It's great to have you back on the show. You've been on the show in the past, but it's been a while.
It has been a while, and I appreciate it, Lou, both for hosting us today and also for using our services. We do appreciate your business.
Thank you. It's my pleasure. The company seems to have become more diversified over the years. Could you tell us a little bit about kind of the various areas of service?
Oh, sure, absolutely. So we are a full home service provider. So pretty much everything in the envelope of the home that we can take care of. We're owned by 2 brothers, so we are a family-owned business. It's been in the family for a while now, and there's a lot of different services we offer. We offer plumbing. We do offer electrical, we offer duct cleaning, we offer insulation, and of course we offer HVAC, both installation and service. We don't do any subcontracting, so anyone that's coming to your house with an R.S. Andrews uniform is an R.S. Andrews employee that has been background checked and drug screened as well. All of our trades are trade specific. So my master plumbers aren't going out and installing insulation, and my master electricians aren't going out and working on plumbing. We're all very trade specific with department managers for each trade.
And which one is your largest area?
It's a toss up. It's going to be between plumbing and HVAC. We're kind of a 50-50 on those. Our client base pretty much uses this for both. If we're doing the HVAC, we're also doing the plumbing, and if any electrical needs come up, we're doing that as well. So it's hard to judge which is going to be the biggest of the departments, but for truck-wise, we'll say plumbing and HVAC.
Okay, good. Well, I've used you in the past, and I've been extremely pleased with your service, and we appreciate your support of the magazines as well, and also on our website. And tell us a little bit about the training. You are in charge of training, I guess, of your people, and tell us a little bit about what goes into training.
Well, sure. And I am one of the trainers. There are a lot of companies to choose from in Atlanta. And I find that a lot of companies, the reason that we're chosen above a lot of other companies is because of our consistency. And our consistency is going to come from our constant training of all of our trades and educating our employees on not only how to deal with the trade that we're dealing with, but also how to interact with our clients, how to provide them with the best quality service each and every time. We need to be consistent. We need to all have the same message out there. And that way, every technician that goes out knows what the prior tech did and said and how we operate. And it's given us a reliability on the market that most people absolutely love. So when it comes down to training, we're all about it. We take technicians and we build them. We build them up with how we want our clients to be treated. Our motto in any one of my classes is we only have one job. And that job is to offer a product or a service that improves the homeowner's quality of life. If we can stick to that, we're going to be one of the top businesses in Atlanta. So training is critical for the entire company, and our clients can see that.
Do you service the entire metro area, or do you focus on a particular part of town?
No, we cover the entire greater metro Atlanta area. That's everywhere from Cumming to Peachtree City, from Woodstock to McDonough, from Conyers all the way out to Douglasville. I mean, pretty much if you're in the greater metro Atlanta area, we're going to be able to serve you.
And that's for all areas of business, right, that you serve, you're not restricted by anything?
No, that is correct. We do have a central office, but what happens is we tend to hire our employees out of the areas we need help in. So I have more south side coverage, so I can get more south side coverage. I'll hire technicians on the south side, so that way they're easier to get to our clients' homes. So any trade that we have, we can reach in any of the greater metro Atlanta area. Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, I've known your president, Dari Payro, for a while, saw quite a few years, and he seems to be the kind of person that everybody would want to work with in terms of just honesty and integrity and character and morals and values and trying to do the right thing by everybody. How does that principle play out in your company?
From the top to the bottom. Without our clients, we don't stay in business. We're going to honor anything that we do. We're going to guarantee the work that we do. We're going to give fair estimates for the work that we provide for the professionals that we bring into the home. And we're going to be here tomorrow to serve the client when they need us. So his values, my values, it's all from the top down. All of our clients are gold. And because the two brothers that own the company, they reinvest into the company more than you can possibly imagine. So it's a really good environment. Everyone here is happy to work here, and we enjoy translating that directly to our clients and giving them giving them the feeling that we get from working with R.S. Andrews.
Well, I'm sure that's one of the reasons why people choose to work with you. What are some of the other reasons that you are a very strong competitor in the market?
Our professionalism. Coming into the home, honoring what we say, honestly treating our clients like gold. We've pretty much hit on every reason that our clients use us. And that's going to be one, getting the job done right, guaranteeing the work, being here for them tomorrow, and our constant training. So we're all on the same message. We're not just walking into a home to look for a single problem that we're out there for the day, but we're evaluating the entire envelope of the house and looking for ways to improve the homeowner's quality of life, whether that be through reduced utility bills, whether that be through going through an indoor air quality products that will, help our clients live longer, because we spend 90% of our time as human beings now indoors and conditioning that air and making sure that that air is safe, and that the machines that we use to control that environment are safe to operate. Our clients can see that in us. We're not just an in and out kind of company. We're there to serve the client.
One of the things that's of critical interest to people is turnaround times from the time they call to report a problem to the time that they can expect an agent, a representative from your company to appear on the scene. Tell us how you address that issue.
So that's going to be depending on the time of the year and what service that you're calling in for, to be honest with you. When it's dead of summer and it's 90 plus degrees outside and we're taking 700, 800, 900 calls a day, and there's nothing we can do to satisfy all those calls. We do take priority on our club members, the people who have annual service with us, that use us twice a year for doing maintenance with us. We give them a priority over anybody else that calls in. So for instance, I have two people call in, one's a club member, one's a not. The club member always takes priority. So that's the best that we can do when it comes to, organizing the people that are coming in. But depending on the time of year and the services needed, I can't say, we try to get there as quick as we can, but it may be 3 days, in the dead of summer, before we can get out. And that's just, I can't hire enough people to satisfy those minimal amount of times that we have that kind of demand.
Well, speaking of summer, it's now over, and I miss it very bad. And but as we're going into the new quarter here, new season, the last quarter of the year, tell us a little bit about what to do to take care of our homes and our heating and air conditioning systems to prepare for the new weather.
Sure. Especially coming into the heating season like we are now, it's absolutely critical that you have your equipment looked at. Most of the homes in Atlanta are heated off of gas, and the gas furnace is the largest appliance in your home, the largest gas appliance in your home. And because it is a fossil fuel burning machine, they do wear down, and they do at some point wear out to where they can become dangerous for the homeowners. And so we want to tell you, we emphasize you need to have the machines looked at. And this is the time of the year to do it, as either whether it be a one-time tune-up, or we can come out for $99 per furnace and tune them up for you, or you come in with a maintenance plan. And that gives you twice a year maintenance with us. But we need to come in and ensure that both the gas lines are up to code, the furnaces, the flue pipes are up to code. We need to make sure that there's nothing holes, nothing rotted, and the heat exchangers inside the furnaces are, safe. Since we're talking on heating, a lot of homeowners don't realize that the average gas furnace lasts about 15 to 18 years. That's its life expectancy. Now, I can fix anything if we throw enough money at it. But when it comes down to the reason furnaces get replaced is they have a combustion chamber inside of them called a heat exchanger. And the heat exchanger gets metal fatigued. Every time a furnace heats up, the metal expands, and when it shuts down, it cools off. And we're talking 36,000 times a season it does this. So put that over 15 years, you've got hundreds of thousands of times that this furnace is heated up and cooled down, and it gets metal fatigued. When that happens, you get breaches in the heat exchanger or the combustion chamber, and it allows the exhaust gas from your furnace to mix in with your breathing air of your home. And the problem with it is it'll continue to heat your home, and you won't know you have a problem. So we really can't stress enough the importance of having the equipment maintained throughout the year, both in the fall and in the spring as well, but the fall especially this time of year.
And pets are a factor too, I understand. And what can you tell people about having pets in their home and care of the furnace and filtering system?
Sure. So when it comes to any kind of air particulates, we need to make sure that we're getting those filtered out of the air. So that's going to be your pet dander, your dust coming in the home from windows, from doors, from seals around the attic pull down. Anytime that we've got infiltration on the home, of course, we want to get that out of the air. Your filter in the furnace or at the furnace is what's going to catch this debris. So having it changed routinely. I wouldn't let a 1-inch filter go more than 60 days max. I know it says 90 on the packages, 60 days is the max. And in some homes that have doors and windows that open and close a lot, or kids that come and go a lot, it might be every 30 days. But having the filter changed regularly is going to help keep the furnace itself from overheating. And it's also going to help, clean the air inside of your home and, reduce the amount of utilities you're using by having an efficient furnace, moving airflow through your house. And I'm sorry if you get any background noise. I'm kind of in the training area, so I've got some, I got work going on around me.
Well, what is all that in the behind you there? Speaking of the work area, what are we looking at there?
So I do lectures every Thursday and Friday. And this is just left over from working on one of the lectures on static pressures inside of a system and how to work with airflow. As a matter of fact, was what this class was specifically on. Again, we do a lot of educating around here. And so that's all you're seeing on the boards is some scribbles from a class.
Okay, well, it looks pretty high tech to me. It must be like something you'd see at Georgia Tech or someplace anyway. But what about code issues? Can you tell us a little bit about that and what gas companies do with respect to codes and shutting off and
Sure.
turning on and so forth?
Yeah, absolutely. As we were just talking about furnaces being safe and in operation, codes. A lot of people look at codes as a bad thing. It's code enforcement as a negative, and it's really not. The codes are there to protect both your home and your family from potential issues. And a lot of times, gas companies, when inside the home, they will shut down appliances or they'll shut gas off to the home until they can get a contractor like us out to resolve the issues. And the reason they're shutting these things down is because maybe the flue pipe is rotted through, and now that combustion gas, instead of going up your chimney and out the house safely, is now coming back into your home. And from that, you get a whole slew of nasty poisons: carbon monoxide, nitrogen dioxide, and just it's like parking your car in the living room, something you don't want. They also come in looking for gas line problems. If we have a rupture, to a gas line coming into a furnace because there's a flexible gas line in the furnace. We just had an apartment caught fire and exploded here a couple of weeks ago just because of gas line issues, that was within the apartment. So these are the things that they shut a home down until they get us out to fix it. And these are the same issues we're looking for when we're doing our maintenances. We're not just coming in to change a filter and take temperature of it. We're coming in to adjust gas pressures, of course, replace the furnace, the filters, and checking blower motors and flue pipes and gas lines. And we're coming in to protect you. You and your families. So gas companies will shut them down if you're not being maintained and there's stuff that's out of code.
So, well, tell me, one of the reasons that I like using your company is that you do, like we mentioned, offer a diversified product line. And how does that play out in terms of benefiting customers to have a kind of a one-stop supplier for all products and services under the roof?
Sure. It helps out a lot of people. You don't have to look for multiple companies to call. Because we're all under one roof, us, our people, our guarantees. It makes it easier for a homeowner just to call us and say, hey, I'm having these kind of issues, or I'd like to update this, that, or the other. Could we have someone sent out? There's things we don't cover, like the windows and roofs, but pretty much all of your mechanical inside of the house that we can deal with. And because you know who we are, it makes it real easy for our clients.
Do you tend to keep service people for long periods of time? What kind of turnover do you have? And do service people kind of get assigned to different homes, or how does that happen?
Yes, to everything. So not only do we have a lot of personnel that stays around forever, we also have a lot of clients that stay around forever. We've got clients that have been with us for 20, 30, 40 years now. And not only do we serve their home, we serve their families' homes as well. And that also translates into our employees. We have a lot of technicians that we have clients that get comfortable with technicians, so they only request them for both them, their family. And so, we've got a lot of service personnel that has a laundry list of clients that they must service every spring and fall during maintenance time. We don't have a high turnaround or turnover, as you said. We actually tend to produce people up. So like I've got a service technician that was a service tech for 8 years, and he's moved up to now running the duct cleaning department. And we had another technician, I think about 6.5, 7 years. He's now running the installation department. And so they both, these guys, for instance, they know our trade, they know our craft, they know how we like to treat our companies. We promote them up, and now they're taking all those core values and applying them to those departments as well. So, we have a lot of growth. New people coming in that we have to bring up to speed and teach them our ways and our philosophies. So we don't have a lot of high turnover. We're pretty consistent with keeping our employees.
What would you say to people who are considering coming to work at your company? How would you encourage them to seriously consider a career at R.S. Andrews?
Depends on the trade. So we do have a web form that they can come in and mention online to us. Hey, I'd like to talk to somebody about employment there, through whether it be through our dispatching, our CSR, electrical, all of our trades through there, or they can also come in person and fill out an application here at the shop. We do interviews. We do hundreds and hundreds of interviews a year, and we're constantly having them. It's not a big deal to get scheduled.
Well, very good. We appreciate your coming on the show. Do you have any other kind of aspects of the company that you'd like to discuss in terms of benefit to the customer that you offer?
We do offer. How much time do we have? And I mean, we have quite a bit of realtors that might be looking at this as well. Is that correct?
I'm a realtor, and I know we send this program out to the realtors. So I would appreciate it, that's right, if you would talk a little bit about your program with realtors and also
Sure.
inspection of homes that are coming up for sale or by the owner or by the buyer.
Yeah, a lot of times we're working for and this is what I wanted to make sure is we all knew, because I've talked to a lot of different a lot of different folks about this, and we do it quite a bit where we come in and we do a home inspection. Normally we work for the buyer, so they're wanting to purchase a home and they've had a home inspection done. This is not in lieu of a home inspection. This is with a home inspection, and they really are looking at wanting to purchase a home, but they want to make sure they uncover everything about it. We offer services that we kind of lose on. It costs us more to do these than what we get from them, but so we kind of a little bit of a break even. But we offer a service so we can come in and look at the HVAC equipment for $99 per system, and it allows us to go in and actually go through the system. We don't do a tune-up, but what we do is we do an analysis on everything. Home inspectors aren't allowed to get as deep into systems as we're licensed to do. So we can come in and we can make sure the age of the equipment, the age of the furnace, is it outside of its expected life cycle? If it is, what's the cost of replacing like for like? So we can provide estimates of what that equipment would be to replace. We can find duct issues that maybe weren't uncovered, and also repairs on equipment. Are all the capacitors in shape? Refrigerant levels good? What kind of condition is the equipment in before buying the home? It's pretty inexpensive for what you're getting. We've had a lot of homeowners that use our services that turn around and find out, hey, they're going to have to spend $25,000 more after they purchase the home in investing into it to get it up to date, and so they'll look at another home. They've also taken these prices and estimates of what's going on, and they've reduced maybe the asking cost of the home itself. They've got a little bit of bargaining power at the table. We offer this not just for HVAC, but plumbing and electrical as well. So we can come in, and the plumbers for $100, they can inspect, $99, I'm sorry. They can inspect all the plumbing in the home and give you an idea on what it would take to bring it up. And electrical as well. It's amazing to do. We like doing it. We had one client that we went and saw 5 houses for her. And based on our evaluations, she turned down 4 of them, and the 5th one she finally bought. But some of these homes, I mean, we're talking $35,000-$40,000 worth of investment in before we can get it to really a comfortable, livable house. So it's important. So we try to take pride in that and provide that as a service for real estate agents.
So do you we would recommend then for the agents in Atlanta who are watching, please call R.S. Andrews, and they do serve as a very good consultant. Then maybe will also help you sell your house if the heating and air conditioning is in good working order. It might be an extremely valuable plus.
And we can come in and do actually a lot of the home, inspections. They come up with the report saying need to have a licensed contractor look at the equipment for further information. We can come in and provide that as well. We can tune it up for the new buyer so that they know the system's in good working order, before they purchase the home as well. When you're selling it. So yeah, we work both ways.
And your referral program, how does that? Tell me about this.
Which one are we referring? Because we've got a couple of for new equipment or for I think it's, and bear with me, I'm sorry, I'm not up to speed on what they've been doing with it. I think
if you refer clients, or I know you call it the Smiley Referral Rewards Program, but do agents get some kind of recognition for working with you and referring clients to you?
I know if we're doing equipment, if we recommend someone to have the equipment replaced, I know they do a $250 referral for that. I know they've got that in place, and I think we'd have to talk with Dari about what we'd be doing on the real estate for any kind of other, other things that we have in play. And I'm sorry about that. I can teach you all about the equipment, but as far as that's the business side that he deals with. Sorry.
What about commercial? Do you guys do any kind of commercial work? Do you work with commercial clients?
Yes, we do. So we do both service, so your annual maintenance on commercial, and we also do equipment replacement on commercial. Now we don't do chill towers, so your high rises and stuff. We don't replace chill towers. But other than that, any of your RTU units, any of your split systems, we work on all those. So yeah, we do service and install commercial equipment as well.
people, or do you have a different staff for those?
A different department for that. We've got a lot of departments here and a lot of heads. No, that's the commercial techs are a specific crew.
Okay, good. Good to know. Well, thank you very much for coming on the show, Andrew. We appreciate it. And the company has served me well, and I've used them in my rentals, and I've been extremely pleased with your work and the friendly nature of your service personnel is very impressive as well. So
I'm very glad to hear it. And like I said, we do appreciate your service and your business and anyone else that we serve that's listening to this. We thank all of our clients for keeping us here.
Horace Andrews is check out their website. They have you can learn a lot about just going on their website. There's a lot of information free of charge. And thank you very much, Andrew, and thank you very much for listening. Have a nice day.
You too. Thanks, Lou. Bye.